Today, we're going to look at the best canned meats to get for your prepper pantry on every shopping trip to Aldi. One of the best, if not the best, budget prepper shopping destinations. Not every canned meat option available at Aldi is one of the best, but there are 3 canned meat options that stand out from all the rest. And in this video, I'm going to show you what those options are, why they're the best options, and why you should be putting them in your prepper pantry. We're going to compare the Aldi products with a national leading brand. We'll look at the ingredients, the nutrition. We'll open the can, see how they look in the can. We'll take them out of the can, see how they look. We will weigh the contents of the can to make sure you're getting what you pay for. And we'll drain them to see how much actual meat you're getting. My name is Les, and I want to welcome you to the Cheffprepper channel, where we make videos that are worth your time. Canned meats that I got on a recent shopping trip to an Aldi store. However, there are 3 of those that I'm going to be focusing on each time I go to Aldi. The first, premium chunk chicken breast. We're going to compare the Brookdale or Aldi brand to Walmart's Great Value chunk chicken breast. They are both 12.5 ounce cans. The ingredient list. So the Aldi canned chicken has a slightly cleaner ingredient list. The nutrition labels. Aldi, 4 servings per container, 60 calories per serving for 240 calories. Great Value, 3.5 servings per container, 70 calories per serving for 245 calories. Protein, what we're really after. So total protein is 44 in the can for Aldi and 45.5 for Great Value. That is what they look like in the can. Aldi, Great Value. That is fat, which is going to make it taste good. Each one is 12.5 ounces. First, we're going to weigh the contents to see if we're actually getting 12.5 ounces. Got the scale zeroed out. Aldi, 12.5 ounces. Next, we'll see how much of the 12.5 ounces is actually chicken meat. I'm going to drain the water and weigh it again. The scale is zeroed. There's 7.6 ounces. Now the Great Value. The scale is zeroed. $12.9 ounces. Scale is zeroed. 7.4 ounces. As scientific as I was in my approach to weighing those, I don't think that's any significant difference, so I have to call it even on the weights. I know some of you are wondering, so we'll find out. This is the Aldi brand. It's very tasty. It tastes really good. It's got a firm texture. I could eat it just as it is without adding anything to it or adding it to anything else. In other words, it could be great as one of those no power, no stove, and no cooking foods. The Great Value. Great Value is slightly more firm, but Aldi has a better taste, has a little bit richer taste. Even though the Great Value label says it has a little more fat than Aldi, Aldi tastes like it has a little more fat in it to me. Taste-wise, I prefer the Aldi. So we just compared 2 canned chickens. If you are putting canned chicken into your prepper pantry, you'll really like this video where I compared 12 leading brands of canned chicken, very similar to the way I did these 2 cans, including the taste test, ranked all of them. And in that video, I'll show you the very best value in canned chicken, bar none. The last thing for the canned chicken will be the price. That's the first of the 3. Now, the second one. And that's going to be wild-caught pink salmon. We're going to compare it to chicken of the sea, pink salmon. Some canned salmon includes the skin and bones, some don't. Aldi does. Therefore, I chose chicken of the sea because they also use the skin and bone in their canned salmon. Both cans are 14.75 ounces. The ingredient list of Aldi is pink salmon and salt. The ingredient list in Chicken of the Sea is pink salmon and salt. Both brands say 5 servings per container, 100 calories per serving for Chicken of the Sea, 110 grams per serving for the Northern Catch or Aldi brand, 550 calories per can for Aldi, 500 calories for Chicken of the Sea. Total fat 4 grams per serving Aldi, 2 grams per serving Chicken of the Sea. Sodium 340 milligrams for Aldi, 260 Chicken of the Sea. 17 grams protein per serving for Aldi, 20 grams protein per serving for Chicken of the Sea. It appears Aldi has a little bit more fat with the salmon, which is good. And Chicken of the Sea has a little less fat and perhaps a little more protein portion of the salmon. That is what they look like in the can. Aldi brand, Northern Catch, Chicken of the Sea. Looks like it might have a little bit more water or broth in it. So the scale is zeroed. First we're going to weigh Chicken of the Sea. 14.8 ounces, which gives us the 14.75 that it says on the can. Scale is zeroed for Aldi's Northern Catch. And it says 14.6 ounces. Aldi brand Chicken of the Sea. The broth on the Aldi brand appears to have a little more fat in it. The only ingredients are the salmon and the salt. So the water has been drawn out of the salmon by the salt. As you can see, the Aldi brand has the skin and the bones. Chicken of the Sea has the skin and the bone. Scale is zeroed. This is the Aldi brand. So 10.6 ounces of salmon. Scale is zeroed again. This time's Chicken of the Sea. 11.4 ounces. A little less than an ounce more than in the Aldi can. To answer your question, yes, you can eat the salmon right out of the can. Probably don't want to. I'm going to use those to make salmon patties, but I know some of you are wanting to know, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you. This is the Chicken of the Sea. I'm getting a chunk that's just meat, no bone, no skin in it, just for the taste test. Actually has a little skin in it. It's average as far as firmness and taste goes. But you gotta like salmon or you won't like it at all. The Aldi brand. Gotta try the Chicken of the Sea again. If I didn't know which one was which, I couldn't tell the difference. If I had a blind taste test, I would have to say they both taste the same, which is good to me. I like salmon. Do you guys like salmon? If you do you eat it straight out of the can, or do you have a favorite recipe? And if you have an excellent recipe for canned salmon, put that recipe down in the comments section. We'll try it out. And that brings us to the third of the 3 canned meats that you should consider getting every time you go to Aldi, and that is corned beef. And we're going to compare the Aldi brand, Brookdale, to a very popular brand, Hereford. Both brands sources the meat from Brazil. If you want to know a little more about why that might be important for you, you can check this video out. They both have 12 ounces of corned beef. The ingredients: beef, salt, sugar, and sodium nitrite. Hereford, beef, salt, sugar, and sodium nitrite. 6 servings per container for each of them. Aldi has 130 calories per serving. Hereford has 120 calories per serving. Sodium, if that's important to you, 485 milligrams per serving for Aldi, 550 milligrams per serving for Hereford. So when it comes to ingredients and the nutrition, there's not much difference in the two. One place that is different, prices. There they are before they come out of the can. There they are out of the can. Aldi, Brookdale, Hereford. Okay, the scale is zeroed. This is the Hereford. 11.6 ounces. Scale is zeroed again. Brookdale or Aldi, 12.1 ounces. Half ounce more in the Aldi can as compared to the Hereford can. Aldi, Hereford. The Hereford is slightly softer, if that matters to you. Aldi, Hereford. The Aldi is quite a bit more firmer than the Hereford. Quite a bit. A little more dry, a little more moist. So I know you guys are wanting a taste test. For those of you who have been with me on the channel for a while, you know that due to a tick bite a few years ago, I developed alpha gall syndrome, which means I have an allergy to red meat. I can't eat it and I can't do a taste test. However, for those of you who are curious about all the different types of corned beef that are available, I do have a video that's going to be released in 2 or 3 weeks or so, in which I compare many of the national leading brands of corned beef. I will be frying them, and I'll have some taste testers. Don't forget the big difference in the two right here. Of course, if you're going to go through the time, trouble, and spend your money getting canned food for your prepper pantry to keep long term, you are going to want to get the longest possible shelf life out of your canned meats. And to help you do that, I put together this free PDF. There is a link to it down in the description box. It's free. It has a lot of good information in it for storing your canned meats and any type of canned food. So be sure to get your copy of that free PDF. If you got any value from this video or entertainment from it, I'd like to ask you to hit the like button, consider subscribing, hit the notification bell if you do, share the video with your family and friends and on your social media accounts. And the best way you could help me on this channel is to leave a comment.